What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is your favorite place to be on a Wednesday night with your boys, Mike and Mish, on the Mike and Mish Show. What up, Mike?
Yo, what is up, Kyle? I am here tonight, and I feel like I'm sort of shot out of a cannon, you know?
I got to tell you, Mike,
chit-chatting, and what's up? What are you going to tell
for
me?
the first time in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you sound 100% healthy.
Wow. I'll tell you, I'm getting there. I probably at like a 90. I might be like an 89, 90% here. Got a little bit of chest stuff going in on there, you know? But
isn't it weird how that shit just be hanging around for like a month?
Yeah, what is this?
The chest shit.
This is ridiculous.
I still have it. You can
I
hear
feel
it in
like
my
this
voice.
never happened to me before. Is this because
you know what
I'm
it
old?
is? No, it's not because you're old. Because you have little kids now, Mike.
Stupid.
You got kids.
Dumb little
you
kids.
Stupid idiot.
Dumb little kids that run around here. They don't know anything. I got to show them what to do, and they get me sick. I mean, where is the payoff here?
Yeah, they run around. They wipe their noses. They don't wash their hands. They shit and piss everywhere. And then they come home. They give you big kisses and hugs.
Yep.
It's
and you
amazing.
Can't turn them down.
You can't turn them down.
Can't turn them down.
Nope. What are you gonna do? We're gonna push them. Yeah, go. No.
Yeah, flu
stiff
kiss,
arm them on the way out.
Pink eye, everything. Yep. Great.
Little germ. What is it? Germ mobiles. Yes.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Bristol? It looks like you got snots on your face from friggin' Joey. That's beautiful. Oh, and it looks like that Clementine gave you a pink eye. That's wonderful. Why don't you come share that with Dad? Unbelievable.
She has a kid named Clementine in her class?
Yeah, she
really?
Does. Yeah. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling.
Dude, my kid, I'm telling you, I've been, for those of you guys that are watching and you guys are starting to pour in Big Ben, Bowls, Beers, and Brawls, Russ Maximo, of course. What's up, man? Hey, Andrew Toppin's in the house. What's up, Andrew?
Toppin, Sloppy Toppin.
Gator
remember?
wrestler.
Is that where we came up with that funny name with him?
Yeah, Sloppy Toppin. That's right. We got the Cali boys in the house. Love you guys. Joe Ivy, Susan Walker, the whole crew's here. Carmine, what's up? So I've been telling, dude. So Mike, I've been telling Mike that my kid's got the best names in his class. I swear to God, my kid's name, the class that he has is like a Saturday Night Live skit, right? He's got Bobby Roberts. He's got a Hugh McGee. That's a great name.
Hugh McGee, like that one.
McGee. He's got Luke Musselman. He's got all these awesome, and then he's got Lawrence Mao. And Lawrence Mao did it again today, Mike. He did it again.
He did it. He got a sub.
He had another sub today, and this kid is a born and raised Asian American kid. Talks like me and Mike. Talks like my kids. Doesn't have an accent at all. And every time they get a substitute, he pours on the accent like he's never poured it on before. And Jackson said he did it again today. Excuse me, I do not know how to do this problem. and the fucking substitutes never know, and none of the kids now. It's a thing like where all the kids, it is an inside joke, and nobody will ever break fucking character. And he does it every single time now. Can I go to bathroom? He does that shit, dude. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
A little ball buster, huh?
He's a little ball buster, Lawrence, man. He's the man. Jackson said he's by far the funniest kid in the school. The kid's going places for sure. To pull some shit off like that at fucking 12 years old. Come on, man. That's fantastic.
So what do we got? What do we got going on? Kyle?
Hey, we have 3 guests tonight. We got an OG that's been there since BKFC 1 coming on, Travis the Animal Thompson. We're going to follow him up with the newly crowned, fresh off of a knockout victory at BKFC 56 heavyweight champion Mick Terrill, straight out of the UK, is coming on after Travis.
Super early over there.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk to
whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, then we're going to talk to a newcomer that is who made his debut in the first fight of the night in Salt Lake City. Made a little history in the first bare knuckle sanctioned fight in the state of Utah. Coming off with I think it was a doctor stoppage TKO. I can't, if I remember correctly, over LJ Schultz. Mm-hmm. Danny Hilton will be coming on in a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, after Mick. So let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors because Travis is waiting to come on now. Ooh, we got sponsors. Mick ready. And who do we got, Mike? What do we got? We got the boys down in Cape Coral. What do you hear? What do you say?
Oh, man, it's Christmas time, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to go to your family's house, or especially if you're going to host your family, do not have them show up or show up to their house looking like a freaking slobone, right? You don't want to be showing up like a slobone, looking with your hair going all crazy every which way, right? You need to get down to the shave parlor. They have the best fades and shaves in Cape Coral, Florida. We know it. Jay, Omar, Heather, and Naughty Nate. If you want to go there, that guy has got a stocking full of coal this year. Listen, you can go to him. He's probably fine at haircuts, but I'm not really sure if I trust him with a straight razor near my neck. So go over to Cape Coral, Florida, 101 Del Prado, and check those guys out and gal.
There they are. And we also have the Dynamic Life. What do you hear about them?
Hey, Dynamic Life, weight loss, sexual health, and anti-aging. Take back control of your life now. You better go to www.livedynamic.com and become a patient in just 20 seconds. And check out the Dynamic Life Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic at Instagram. Get over it.
You heard it here. And our newest sponsor, of course, we got these boys over there at Bucked Up Energy, Bucked Up Supplements, Bucked Up. Get them, dude. The BCAAs are awesome. The pre-workouts are fantastic. They got proteins, they got energy drinks, they got all this shit, and they collaborated with BKFC. So go over there, get yourself some lemonade flavored pre-workout, and get big. God damn it! You know, you all get lazy during the winter. It's not the time to get all fat and stupid. Get over to Bucked Up. Get yourself some supplements.
Exactly
get back.
What I do. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah,
but not this year, right?
Not this year. Not this year. You're gonna go with the new sponsor.
I run all summer long. I go from April through the summer to October.
Sure,
we
you
do
do.
a PT test, and I don't do shit for the rest of the year. Nothing until April again. Nothing.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. The true National Guard way. Let's go ahead and bring on our first guest of the evening. He fought last time we saw him. He was in a 6-round war with the Royal Ryan Reber. He is the number 4 ranked bantamweight in the BKFC. He's been there since day one, and I can't wait to hear what's going on with him and what's going to happen with him in 2024. Let's get him in here. The Animal.
Day one. What's going on, you guys?
Oh, there he is, man. I'm telling you.
They let him out the cage.
Unleash the animal.
That's it, man.
You don't want to do that.
People need to know. People need to know an OG like you. And you know what? I wanted to get you on here, especially because you have a new champion for the first time in a long time in your division. You know, for the longest time ever, it was Johnny Bedford and then Reggie. With a little
that win.
I know. I was going to say with a little sprinkle of that win in the middle.
That win vacated.
Yeah,
that win vacated. Then Johnny got it again. Then Reggie. Yeah, whatever.
But it was a little sprinkle of that. Yeah. That only held it for a minute. Yep. But now you got this guy, man. Keith
little of this, little of that.
Can I ask you this? When Reggie, you know, when they signed this fight, and you know Reggie better than anybody.
Yep.
Did you think he was in trouble when he was fighting a guy like Keith Richardson? Because
to be honest, I'm going to be as completely honest as possible. I honestly didn't know the champion's name until you said his name. I'm sorry. And I'm not being disrespectful to Keith. Not at all. You got to realize who I am. Okay. I don't watch people fight. I don't really give a shit. Like I work. Okay. I work. So when I'm not fighting or training, I'm working. So I don't know what else is going on. As far as Reggie goes, Reggie's my man. Love the dude. In my honest opinion, dude should be at 125. He'd be murdering people. He'd be that him and John Dodson, that'd be a great fight. He did beat me. He beat me at the first one. I didn't train at all for that fight, but he did beat me. But that's also a 125 pounder that beat me. He knows what the power I got. He knows what he don't want to take. So Keith, I'm coming for you, brother. Good for you. Good luck. Good job. But I'm coming.
You know, I'm glad you said that about the first time you guys fought back in the first BK.
Yep.
Was it 2018?
June 2nd.
So back then, and we talk about the growth of this sport on this show a lot. at the beginning, nobody really knew exactly what they were.
Yeah.
They knew they were getting into a bare knuckle fight, but now, and you could probably talk to this better than anybody because you're 10 fights into your career.
Yeah.
When you first got in there, you just said it. You didn't even really train for it. You just took the fight and you did it. Now there's a sweet science in itself in this sport, right?
There's
Like
no
you
fucking
cannot just be winging.
Oh,
You
fuck
can,
out here. You hit me, I hit you back. It's the same fucking thing. I've been doing this for fucking 50
Stop
fights in my
it.
career.
Travis, you can't
I
be
hit
winging
hard.
haymakers on top of people's heads and shit and breaking your
you're
hands
right.
now.
No, you're right. I'm fucking with you guys. No,
Yeah.
you're right. What you got to do, you got to. There is more science to it. You want to place your shots. Me personally, that's why I'm called the animal. I don't give a fuck. So I'm ranked pretty high. I have like a 500 record, but that's only because the best have beat me. Those are the only ones that beat me. You can't put me out. But if I hit you, I will put you out, and it's going to be hard for you to take when I do hit you. That's and I'm sorry if I cut you guys off. I just get so into these conversations when you start talking that I get so into it. Like I I don't know, man. I love this shit so much.
Well, I think that's why we love having you on, because you
I love being here.
You're the epitome of your name, right? The animal. As soon
guys,
as you say something, you're in there. You're sinking your teeth right in.
But before we go any further, I just want to apologize to you guys for last week when you guys put that post up last week when I got all pissed off. I'm sorry. You got to realize me.
I feel like it's just normal behavior for you, so I don't even know what post you're talking about.
It really is. It really is normal. It really is normal behavior for me because I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
So when I see shit online like this guy did this guy did that, I don't see my name up. I get pissed. I get pissed really, really bad. I think Kyle's the one that sent me the post. He's like, dude, you were on the list. You were just right under.
Oh, I know.
Oh, dude, it was the wish list. No.
Yes. And
Reggie Travis 2 is on that list, and I got the fucking list at home. I mean, not at home, at work. I'm telling you.
The thing was, I'm sorry. You gotta realize, like, I do the same shit with Dave. Dave can't fucking stand me. Dave can't stand me because he'll put shit up. I'm like, fuck you, fuck this. He's like, dude, you don't talk to me like that. Like, if you want to fight for bare knuckle, you're not gonna talk to me like that. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like,
I love the relationship you guys have, because remember in New York we played this clip before when you were on here when you guys are talking shit, and he's like, all I have to do is this, and he barely lifted his foot off the ground and then crushed you like a bug. He's like, that's how small you are.
But the funny part is that motherfuckers don't realize about Dave Feldman. He is not someone that you want to fuck with. Like, I can fuck with him because he's like an older brother to me. Yeah. He's not a dude you want to fuck with. He can actually hit. He can throw hands. He's one motherfucker that put some shit on me before. And not many people can do that to me. I can take a beating from anybody, and he put me in my place.
When we were out in Salt Lake City, Mike and I found ourselves having a quite lengthy conversation with TV producer Mark Burnett. I honest to God,
cool.
Dude, I swear to fucking God,
Kyle did not know who it was.
Travis, no bullshit. This is how this went. He's talking to me for like 15 minutes.
All the good shit, all the tons of, like, I mean, you're talking about like a friggin' multi-million, almost probably a billionaire at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, he's talking to me, right? And he's asking me questions about the fighters in the ring, and I'm giving him information. I'm giving him all this stuff, right?
He's like, what just the guy wearing a hoodie.
You better spit my name at least 20 times.
No, but he's asking me about
just wearing
the two
a
guys.
BKFC hoodie, just looked like some guy.
But like, dude, 10 minutes goes by, and I'm answering all his questions, and he's like, wow, you know a lot about the sport. Yeah. And I turn to him, and I go, do I know you?
Yeah, are you in gun style? That's what you asked.
He goes, yeah, you probably do.
Yeah.
And I go, I know you. He goes, most likely. And I'm like, you're not going to tell me who you are? He goes,
and I looked at him. I was like, Kyle, you don't know who it is? And I look at him, and Mark's like, he's like, don't tell him. And I was like, okay, I won't. Kyle was like,
but then then they started talking about the contender, and this is where I'm going with this. They started talking about the contender, and I put it 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, now I know who you are. You're Mark Burnett. Yeah. Dave Feldman fought on season 2 of the contender along with Nelson Lopez. That was part of that conversation with us, and that goes back to you saying that Dave can throw down.
Yeah.
Dave is no slouch. He actually competed on the Contender.
He's a tough motherfucker. I give the guy shit. He gives me shit any chance he can get. I love the dude. He's a brother to me. And I know I get my mouth in trouble all the time when I talk to him and about him, but I love the dude to death. He's always done great by me, and he always will. He's a good dude.
Do you
His
think that
if
you
right? Oh, sorry,
yep,
Kyle.
his father, yeah, Marty was my trainer. So I actually did a little podcast before, and that's the one thing. So I know people ask me about Bare Knuckle 1. They're like, "Did you know like anything about it?" I was like, "I knew it was gonna happen." They're like, "Well, how'd you know?" Well, Dave told me. Well, when Dave tells me something, I know it's gonna happen. So Dave also told me that Philadelphia is going to happen, Pennsylvania's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So he told me Bare Knuckles going to happen. He told me June it's going to happen, this, that, the other. Everyone's like, nah, it's not going to happen. They're like, I did it with Chris Lytle. Chris was like, well, like, you know him better than us. Like, did you see anything? I said, yeah. I saw he was like a little fucked up when he's talking. Like, Dave don't do that. Dave's like thinking about shit when he does his pre-fight press conferences, when he's talking to the fighters, not the press conference, but when he's actually talking to the fighters, he'll be like, go out there, fight your fucking asses off. This is what I want, this, that, the other. Like, he has it down to a routine by now.
Yeah, that pre-fight spiel.
The first one, he's trying to do it. Like, he did a great job, don't get me wrong. But I know the dude. I know I'm good. I'm like, what the, like, I'm like,
he was nervous.
So I know him. So I'm like, I see a little bit off with him. Other motherfuckers don't know nothing. No one else knows nothing what's going on. But I'm like, what the fuck's up here? Then you come to find out all this shit that was happening. I didn't know nothing about that shit. But when when Dave or Damon do something, it's 100%. They're gonna do it. That's the way it is.
It's crazy. And like we go back to April, BKFC 41, when he straight up said, he's like, I took out another mortgage on my house and I did this. He basically pushed all his chips in on that, and and the risk was worth the reward.
Everything he does. He believes everything he does, and he will not do it unless he knows it's going to happen. So
he gets everybody to buy in. We talked to Jeremy Stevens, and Jeremy Stevens brand new to the company. And Jeremy Stevens said it to us. He was like, listen, anybody that'll put their fucking house on the line and push all their chips in on something that they believe in, that's somebody that I want to fight for. And that's a guy with 50 plus fights from the UFC that, you know, is looking at this sport and seeing a bright future in it. And then he hears a story like that. And that's some crazy shit, man.
I don't mean to cut you off, but bro, what you guys don't realize, I knew this dude, and Dave, I hope you don't get upset by me saying this, but I knew this dude when he was working at King of Prussia Mall. Okay, he had a kiosk there. He's selling shit out of a kiosk. The motherfucker's selling at Christmas time. He's selling, helicopters, gloves, all that shit out of the kiosks.
No kidding.
That's what he did. He will not fail. Anything that dude does, he will not fail. I know that for a fact. I have 110% confidence in that motherfucker. I'll bullshit him. I will talk shit on him all day, every day. But when it comes to him standing his ground, doing what he's going to do, he's going to do it 100%.
Do you think if you told him to go fuck himself less, you would fight more than once a year?
Nah, probably not. If I, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, keep it to like 20 times a year.
No, because here's the thing. You get what you guys don't realize. I'd probably fight more if I wasn't so busy. So I have a landscape company. I work construction. I do a lot of shit. So don't think I'm not getting calls to fight. It's just the problem is I don't have the time to do it. I want to put on. Out of my 10 fights, I think 7 or 8 of them have gotten a bonus, either fight of the night or knockout of the night. Like when I fight, I show up to fight. So if
fight of the year last year.
That's right.
Right. and it will be this year too. I'm the only 6th rounder.
There's 2 6 rounders.
There was 2. We did go back and look. Not
Who
to
fucking
put
cares? Fuck them.
You know who it was?
They're not me.
Do you know who it was?
No, I don't give a fuck.
It was Dat and Daniel Strauss.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Dak can suck my dick. He beat me on 4 days' notice. It took the dude had a fucking camp, and he went 6 rounds with Dak. I fucking 4 days notice and did 5 fucking rounds, no problem.
I got to be honest with you. I went back. I've been rewatching all the best fights of the year to try to figure out which ones are going to be.
Yeah, I was telling you that the other day, Travis.
And I rewatched that Dat Strauss fight, and I don't know if Dat won that fucking fight, to be honest with you. And I hate to say this again, but round 1, Andrew Glenn ignored a knockdown.
Get out.
Daniel Strauss popped him with a shot, and Dat fell forward, and both of his hands hit the mat.
Touch the ground. Yeah, if your hand, if anything touches the ground other than your feet, it's knocked in.
Dude, Andrew Glenn didn't even do like he didn't even do the hand signal for a slip or anything like that. He just completely didn't do anything. And
I'm not gonna say nothing about Andrew. Andrew's my man. I'm not gonna say nothing because Andrew, listen, Andrew, you're my man. Next time I fight, if I touch someone, they get the 10 count right away.
So even in that round, when he hits him with a shot and Dat falls forward, both hands hit the floor, and they go, "Oh, there's a knockdown," and Andrew doesn't count, and he goes, and he doesn't even call it, and Lytle goes, "Well, I don't know how he missed that one, but
yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, even though the ref is supposed to tell you the knockdowns, as a ref, I mean, as a judge, you should still count it. It doesn't matter.
Right. So anyways, with that, what happened there, Travis,
I don't think they can,
because Daniel didn't get that 10-8 first round, it went to a 6th. And
I think that happened with us too.
With you and Reber?
No, yeah, sure. Whatever, with anything. Any fight. No.
It definitely happened. That is right.
Fuck that.
No, so do you want that? History. Is that what you want? Do you want another shot? Do you want to run back with Reber, or do you want
Reber's my man?
Else?
I love Reber. I don't want to fight Reber. Honestly, why can't I fight Richardson? And everyone says, well, you lost. Okay, cool.
No, he just lost too.
But did Richardson, was he #1 contender when he fought for the belt?
No, he was number 5.
Right, exactly my point. I'm number 5, right?
You're 4.
Okay, cool. So I'm even higher. So why can't I fight?
No, I think you and Reggie would be a great fight.
No, fuck Reggie. I don't care. I want to fight Reggie.
Oh, you want Keith?
Why not?
He wants Keith.
Why not? Like that's and I'm not Keith, I don't even know, dude. But you beat Reggie. Cool. Let's go. You're supposed to be a banger. That's what I do. You ain't gonna put me out. You put Reggie out, you ain't putting me out. Do it.
Well,
it'll be fight of the fucking year. It'll be done in January.
I would love to see it, but I would believe that Ryan Reber might have something to say about that.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
he's waiting for that for sure.
No, everyone can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but the fact of the matter is, it's whatever the promotion puts on.
That is true.
So he got the fight before someone else got it, right?
You know what?
You know what it is that they think the top fighter. So you have Dat who had
Dad's not. Dad is not.
He wasn't really in the conversation.
Dad's gone. Bye. You're fucking 145, 155. You're not in the equation.
Jared Grant had fought at 125 and lost.
He was hurt.
And you guys then fought, and Reber won. So what they did was they took Keith because he had won 3 in a row. One of them being fight of the night, and then a couple of knockouts, I believe. So they put him in there.
How many fight of the nights and knockouts tonight have I had?
Yes. No, I totally understand, but I think it was just the timing of everything because you had just fought. So
I get it.
If I was gonna play,
I'm not putting nothing against nobody. I'm not saying nothing against the promotion. I'm just saying, like, it's happened. It's happened in the past where people aren't #1 contenders fight for the belt. Like, was Mick? I'm asking, was Mick #1 contender when he fought for the heavyweight belt?
#1 contender was still Alan Belcher, who was not even with the company.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just saying it happens. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
It happens all the time.
Listen, I'm not putting nothing against, not saying nothing against Ryan. I ain't saying shit like that. I'm just saying, give me what I want, or I don't need to fight. I'm not gonna fight some nobody. I don't need to fight somebody that doesn't have a win. I want to fight the best. That's who either I beat the best or I lose the best. That's what I want to do. I don't want to fight fucking chumps.
And I don't think you ever really do fight chumps, as we've been talking about. You always fight the best of the best, and you have fucking killer fights.
Show I can.
That's why you're here right now. That's why you're the animal. That is why you're the goddamn animal. And you're out of the cage right now. And we have a beautiful
something awesome
picture, like a beautiful one. And actually, if you run back the episode of Bones to Domes last night, and it was kind of like a chill session episode for them, where we just kind of chit-chatted and everything. And we're talking about if Kyle and I were going to do a category of best dressed, because Jihad was in the comments, and they were like, who else dresses nice, right?
Don't fucking touch me.
This guy right here said, Travis Thompson, me. I'm the one.
Man. Yo, no one touches my shit.
Let's check him out.
Dude, that ain't shit compared to my last
that's
fight.
Still nice. It's still looking good.
Oh,
it's the pretty. Clip there, but
it's
look at that watch.
Dude, the watch is fucking bigger in my face.
So we want to give that away, right?
Yes, we're gonna give this away. And I texted Travis earlier and said, hey, can you come up with a question to ask the audience? And I know you said you had a couple of them, but pick one of the better. Pick
two. Because the first one will be easy. You gotta have two.
Okay, do a practice run.
First one is what state was I born in?
Okay, let's go in the comments. What state was Travis born in? This is for practice round for the pitcher. Let's see what we got here. And this is how it's gonna work out. Let's see. Who's gonna get it? Can I guess?
Yeah,
does that count? You said what state were you born in? All right, Big Ben says Pennsylvania.
Nope.
Tony says California. DJ Tony.
Yep.
There it is. Boom. So Tony would have been the winner if that was the question. However,
but it's not.
Question.
So
where in California?
I was born in San Jose.
Oh shit.
Hey, the old Sharks.
So the funny part is my older brother and my older sisters were born in New York. I was born in California. My younger brother was born in Philadelphia. How the fuck did that happen?
Your parents were getting busy all over the country.
My dad's Italian too. And he changed his last name.
That's fucking awesome.
All right, Travis, let's give
here's the question. What is the only sport, the first sport I ever paid to play? So I actually paid this money out of my pocket. So you whatever, like your first sport when you're like 5-6 years old. What was the first sport that I paid to play?
Big Ben says soccer.
Nope.
Carmine says hockey.
Nope.
All right, it's not soccer, not hockey.
I'm the fucking animal.
DJ Tony says golf.
Yep. DJ got both.
No
DJ
way.
Tony. Golf. We know you're a huge golf.
I am. So I actually paid. I paid to play in the junior PGA. I did that when I was like 8-9 years old. I paid out of my own pocket. I was a kid. I paid to do that shit.
You know what?
That was before baseball and all that shit.
One of these days, when we get down to Florida for one of these events, we need to golf with you for sure, man.
I know. Dude, I go. Absolutely. I go down there. I go golfing with Keith. Fucking Antonio Tarvas hit me up because we all go golfing.
Oh my God, we gotta do this. I mean, the best round I ever shot is a 90. Is that gonna hang with you?
I did that when I was fucking 8-9 years old.
Oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah,
this is the last show of my life.
I just hugged the left side of the friggin' green for the entire time, so I'm all by myself as a lefty on the opposite side, and everybody else.
Dude, just so you know, I used to play left-handed when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was left-handed when I was a boy. When I was like 8-9 years old, I was left-handed because my dad was left-handed. So I did that to appease him, but I could crush the ball right-handed, so I switched to right-handed.
Oh man, I'm always all by myself. I'll play with 3 people. They'll all be right-handed. I'll be on the left side the entire time.
I guarantee I'll beat you fucking left-handed too.
I'm pretty sure you will. I fucking suck.
All right.
I'm off.
All right, let's wrap this up. Travis, we got Mick
Thank
Thompson
you
coming
for
up.
letting me be on, you guys.
Mick
I
Terrill.
appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's always a blast. You guys
Yeah,
have a good-
hold on. We want to ask you because Christmas is coming up. We want to ask you just a couple Christmas questions. Christmas questions in the Travis Thompson household. What's the go-to movie? Christmas
movie? Oh shit!
Yeah.
My daughter is the one that wants to watch the Grinch. Because that's me. I'm the fucking Grinch.
Is it the original or the Jim Carrey one?
Or the new
she
one?
likes the original. She likes the original.
Okay.
She likes all these originals.
See, the new one's actually is decent. You ever see that one? The cartoon new one, not the
really
Jim Carrey
good.
one? Yeah,
but yeah, my daughter loves the cartoon ones. That's
really funny.
That's what she loves. She loves them.
All right. Christmas decorations, minimal or all out?
So that's the only holiday I do anything at. Like I wish I could take. Do you guys got 5 minutes? I'd walk it outside.
You could run outside. Get out there, run. Mick, you mind, Mick? You want to see these freaking Christmas? Yeah, let's see. So he's saying, okay, let's see them.
I do this.
Let's ask him other questions while he's walking. Here we go. Number 3.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hold on. Number 3. Drink of choice. When you and the family are gathered for Christmas and the holidays, what are you drinking?
Usually like some. What do we drink for Christmas?
A little spiked eggnog.
Hot cocoa. That's a good one for the kids.
I like that.
Here's my daughter. Say hi, Allie.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
There's TJ. Hello. He's got long hair. He looks like Allie. Hold on. I'm showing all the
This is gonna be Clark Griswold.
I know, right? We go.
I hope
10,000 likes.
She said I'm the Grinch.
Oh man, here we go.
I can already hear the blow-ups. I can hear the fans. As soon as he walked out, I hear. That's all I can hear when I leave my house. Look at this guy.
We got
Santa car.
the Santa here. We got the mini Poppy's falling over. We got the house up there. We got Grinch up on the roof. We got the airplane. We got the lights.
Oh shit! Nice, very nice.
Look at you handle a phone like my mom. It's great.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Then we got the front door here. We got the arch here. Can you see it at all? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're entering the North Pole there.
I see
lights
it
all over the place.
I like it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like to do. I like to do this for kids.
I love that.
Spirit. All right, in your opinion, what's the worst Christmas song and why?
I don't fucking know.
All of
them?
Oh yeah, I don't. I like doing Christmas shit. I don't care for the songs.
There you go. And last question for you. Hey, if you can ask Santa Feldman for anything this Christmas, what are you asking for?
Pay my mortgage.
Nice, yeah.
Yo, Santa Feldman, pay my fucking bills.
Yeah, he said Friday. Tune into the Bare Knuckle show, and he's gonna give you that.
Be on there. I'll be Santa. I'll be Santa's little elf.
Yeah.
Here.
Right,
you guys
dude.
got to see this. So my son fucking gave me this sweater last year. Oh man, this pisses me off.
What?
World's tallest elf.
All right,
nice.
That's fucking great.
Well, that is a perfect note to get out of here.
That will be worn Friday for the Christmas BKFC.
Can't wait. You gonna be there?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right.
Hey, Travis, always a great time talking with you. I hope we see a lot of you in 2024, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, brother.
Right,
Take it easy.
Thanks a lot, brother. Take it easy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
New Year's.
Later. Yeah. There he is, the animal, Travis Thompson. I'm sorry, Mick. We went a little overboard with him, but
at 2 a.m. over there.
It's hard to cut that man off. But who won that thing?
I saw him pouring. He was squirting lemons and
hey, who won the thing?
I was trying to stay awake. What's up?
Who won the thing? Who said golf?
Oh, it was DJ Tony, and I was gonna have a caveat to that. I have a caveat, and I love DJ Tony. But DJ Tony, it is Christmas time, so why don't you be a doll and maybe give it away to somebody in the crowd right now that might need it? Because I have a feeling that you might be able to get Travis Thompson's signature on any picture that you want at any time. That's just my guess, but
that is true.
I think. Let's say, don't be a Grinch, you know?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a new heavyweight champion. He has been waiting patiently while we talk to the animal, Travis Thompson. It is the fucking middle of the night in the UK, and let's go ahead and get him on here. He is your new heavyweight champion, Mick Terrill.
How he's doing, lads?
Oh, man, what's going on? Thank you for being patient with us. I hope you were entertained by the animal, Travis Thompson.
He's got some good decorations, isn't he?
He does. He's a fucking he's a high-wired guy. You know what I'm saying? That guy he is balls to the wall at all times. It's hard to get a word in with him. That's
the John Wick of bare knuckle. You ever see him with his hair down, with his suit on at the BKFC events? Man.
And I haven't seen
Styling and profiling.
Never seen him. Mick, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming back here. We saw you out in Salt Lake City. You were dialed in pretty much the entire time we saw you out there. Very calm, very, very calm and collected going into the fight. I'm assuming that's your demeanor at all times anyway. But you went out there, you fought Arnold Adams. And I think did it go 4 rounds? 4 or 3? 4. It went 4. My bad. It's just all a blur to me. But you went 4 rounds, and Arnold is no joke. Arnold's about as tough a customer as you're ever going to get in there. You guys were fighting at elevation. Can we talk a little bit about your second go around with Arnold Adams and how good it felt to take home that belt, man?
I mean, it felt great taking home the belt, but I think Arnold has a set of tin openers for hands, because every time he hit us, my face just blew open. I was just getting cuts everywhere, you know.
But, you get them cinder block hands.
I mean, I've watched Arnold fight loads, you know, since the first fight. So when I've watched him, I've seen he does tire, you know, in the later rounds. So really, the game plan was just to stay on him. I actually put on a lot of weight for the fight just to take the shots. So I knew I was going to get punched up a little bit, and then just had to take the shots, let him tire out, and then start capitalizing when he was more tired.
So you actually put on weight because the limit was 275, you decided to put some more weight on, or you just wanted to have more mass going in against a guy his size and with his power?
Actually, I tricked Arnold because he weigh in together. So, actually, when I left England, I was about 272 pounds. But I don't know if it's the flying. Every time I fly, I just shite non-stop. So as soon as I got into America, I was on the toilet about 3-4 times a day. I just kept having a shit. So the weight was just coming out of us. And I was thinking, I don't know, honestly, they were about that long, you know, me turds. I was like, what's happening?
That's that airport food, dude.
I thought you were going to say that's that air pollution.
No, it was just, I don't know what was happening. So when I weighed in, I drank 3 litres of water. And then I weighed in with 2 pairs of tracksuit bottoms. And in the tracksuit bottoms, I put 2 more mobile phones in my pockets, just so I knew I was heavier than Arnold, just to get in his head. And I think it did as well, because he come out and I think I weighed in 269.8 or something. He was 268. And my pal heard him say it was his coach, oh no, he's coming heavy. It's going to be a hard fight, this one. So it was just a little mind game, really.
So you put on a pair of shorts, put a cell phone in each pocket, and then put a pair of shorts over those shorts.
Yep.
That is fucking great, man. I love this kind of shit. That's fantastic. Now, you went in there, and what a fight it was. And you were hammering him with some heavy shots too. And were you surprised by the fact that like some of the shots that you were hitting him with weren't putting him down? Because Arnold was surprising me with some of them. You were landing some clean ones, like some overhand rights that were would put Mike into fucking, not me though. It wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah, you couldn't do nothing to Kyle, but me.
No, I'm fucking with you, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I was watching. I'm like, God damn, Arnold is tough as fuck, because you were cracking him with some shit. And at the end of the 3rd round, I thought you had him done, and I said that in the press conference. And it was not a shot towards Arnold at all. I know that some people thought that was a kind of a dickhead thing for me to say, but what the fuck am I I'm not going to say something like that. It looked like he was done on the stool. Yeah. Round 4 starts, and next thing you know, he's getting up off the stool and he's walking towards the scratch line. I'm like, Mick must be like, what the fuck do I got to do to this goddamn guy? You know what I mean?
I actually, I've watched the fight back, and I remember hearing Dan at the time saying, or you wanting to fight. So I don't think he was wanting to get up. But in between rounds, I knew I was cut really bad. So, and I noticed Dan come over to have a look to see how bad the cuts were. So when I was being treated for the cuts, I just wanted to stay as calm as possible. Because, you know, if you had like any sort of panic, I was thinking we're going to stop the fight. I had a feeling the gash was quite big. So I don't know if you're watching between rounds, I didn't even look at Arnold. I just went over, let him treat us. I didn't say nothing. My corner was giving us advice. I would just nod, just to try and stay as calm as possible. So it looked like there was no chance of them actually stopping us. So I never actually seen anything of them. You know, I just had me back going.
You know what's crazy is we're sitting here, and what was that, like a week and a half ago?
Yeah,
the fight.
Yep.
You don't look like you were in a fight.
I think I got about 42 stitches, and like my face swelled double the size the next day. But I think it's because of the light as well. It's I always swell up on the plane, so my head went massive. You know, the day after. But and then it's all come back and down together. You know.
Was the nose broken, Mick?
I don't think it's broken. It's just sore, and I punched it quite a lot.
I remember when we did that interview afterwards, you were leaking from the nose quite a bit, but I was wondering did you say 42 stitches?
Yeah, well, I had to get internal ones as well, you know, on the eye and the eyebrow.
Holy shit.
The stitches, I tried to go to the doctors over here to get the stitches taken out. And because I never got the stitches put in yet, they were a bit funny about taking them out. So I was going to end up waiting for days. So I ended up just going into my bathroom and I just pulled them out myself in the bathroom.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's I mean, it hurts, like, I'll not lie.
You pulled the stitches out of your eyelid?
Yeah, my whole face. I ended up getting stitched under each eye. I'll tell you which stitches hurt the most. My nose, for some reason, the top of my nose and really hurt when them went in. I tried to numb them. And then obviously my eyebrows. So I ended up having to shave a bit of my eyebrow because I couldn't see where the stitches ended and there was a bit of a scar on it. So I had to shave my eyebrow, pull the scar off, and then find the stitches and pull them out.
Wow. Dude, you guys are a different breed. You ever see you go online and look up John Wayne Parr, and they did that picture of him with all the stitches he's ever had in his entire career on his face, and it's like 490 stitches, and his whole forehead is just covered in them.
Yeah.
And like down here on his face. Like, how many stitches do you think you've had in your fight career? Now that you just said you had 42 from this fight alone, I'm curious about that.
Apart from that 42, I think I've only had 12 other than that.
Oh, wow.
6 were against Arnold.
Hey.
Panda give us 6.
Even outside of bare knuckle too?
And I've had like a lot of Thai boxing fights, like full elbows, everything. Never ever stitched before bare knuckle.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
You know what? Hey, hats off to to Arnold Adams for having razor blade hands.
Holy smokes.
Oh, he opened us up on that last fight. I mean, I think he got a few stitches as well. We were actually getting stitched together at the same time. Which was funny now because we were just laughing about the joke. I was saying, like, you know, like, you ripped my face open. He's going, you see my face, you've ripped my face open. And, you know, like, we're just talking about the kids and stuff, you know. So, like, I get on well with the game that we're going to punch each other.
Yeah, Arnold Adams is a great guy. And my question was going to be about, you know, clearly you guys already fought once, you fought twice. Would you be disappointed if BKFC said, hey, you're going to be defending the title against Arnold Adams to do the rubber match there? Would you be upset with that? Or maybe upset's not the right word. Would you rather fight somebody else first and then maybe go back to that? No,
you know, it is. I'm easy, me. I mean, you have met us. I'm quite easy going, you know. Just like whatever Dave says, you fight this one or that one. I'm in exactly that. I just show us the money, and I'll be there, you know.
Yeah. Oh, we know it'll be a great fight.
Right. As long as the number on the contract is correct, right? That's what it comes down to nowadays.
I mean, I'm getting my face smashed in. I would like to be compensated for it, you know.
Now, the night of the event, obviously afterwards in the press conference area, you had Lorenzo Hunt, who's the 205 and the 185 champ. He made it very vocal that he will vacate both of those belts to fight you. Now, how did, like, you being Being from the UK and having the huge following that you have over there, do you think that either one of those guys draws a bigger crowd in London, one more than the other? Like if you fought a rubber match with Arnold Adams, or you fought 2-division champion Lorenzo Hunt, or even Ben Rothwell, do you think that, like, which one of those fights do you think brings the biggest crowd over there?
I'm not sure. I mean, when I fought Partner Banks, I sold 560 of my own tickets that night, and then I ran out of tickets to sell. I had to sell other people's tickets. So I think if I could get the fight in the northeast England, I would sell 1,000, 2,000 tickets just myself.
Nice.
So I can sell a lot of tickets if I'm fighting at home. I'll sell lots and lots, and I don't think my people will care who I'm fighting. They'll just want to see a bit of damage.
Man, when we put your video on YouTube, YouTube's been like a tough cookie to crack for us. I mean, Instagram seems like, there's a ton of people on there. I feel like Facebook is dying slowly, but TikTok's where it's at. But I ain't hip to the TikTok with the, we don't do that yet. I don't know if we ever will. But YouTube, you have a lot of fans. I got to tell you, when we posted that video, like, that thing took right off. There's so many comments on there. I don't know if you saw the show that we did last week where we were talking about the comments under your video. There were so many people commenting under your video, and everybody is clearly from the UK, because I'm reading through these comments and I'm going, what's this say? Geordie lad done well? What the heck is that? So I'm like reading through them and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, there was so many slang words and stuff like that. We actually did a segment on the slang words last week because I didn't understand half of them. So I had to quiz Kyle on what he knew. But man, you have a great following over there. Clearly Bare Knuckle is on a different level in the UK, as far as like fan base goes.
I've been lucky, I've been fighting nearly 20 years now. And I've never, ever tried to bully anybody, outside of it. I mean, where I live, there's a lot of good fighters that say, I wouldn't even say I was the best fighter around here. Where I live, there's lots and lots of good fighters where I live. But some of them are bullies, so like they're not well liked. But I mean, I've been lucky. I've never bullied anyone. I've never tried to intimidate or rob. I find a lot of fighters go down that route, start like, we call it taxing. And they try to rob people, like rob the money off them. Whereas I've never went down that route. I've always worked. I've had a good job, so I've never had to rob anyone,
Yeah. So I have a question about one of those comments, right? Somebody said that they want to see you versus Christie. Is that, like, in my mind, I was like, wait, what? Is that something that could happen? Like, I know, it seems insane to me. Is that a joke? Like, the person seemed very serious. And I'm like, this is nuts. I feel like you're way bigger than him.
I mean, Danny's my friend, Well, I actually get training and stuff like that. He comes to my gym to train. But I think what it is, Danny brings a good fight to the table, He's tough.
Yeah.
Danny's got a good YouTube presence. And what it was, Danny's fought a kid that I also tried to fight outside of BKFC. We call him, I think you've said it, a wrong'un.
A wrong'un, yes, that's right.
In England,
Lou Fuse taught us that.
Are you talking about Deca?
That's the one, yeah. Now,
I was gonna bring him up. When he was just talking about, I said I would much rather see you fight Deca. Is that something that could happen?
I did try to fight Deca. In fact, Deca asked me for a fight, so I've replied and said it was outside of BKFC. We call it a straightener. It's just in the field. You have a fight in the field. So I was going to have a straightener with Deca, and as I got close, I had a feeling it was going to happen because he's a coward. As I got closer to the fight, he was finding like an excuse not to do it. And I even offered him £10,000 to fight us. I said, I'll give you 10 grand to have a fight with us. And he I got 3 weeks away from the fight or something, he pulled out. Says I disrespected him. But he's like, he's a bit noncy, he's been accused of interfering with kids. So
that's horrible.
I mean, I would pay 10 grand to beat someone up like that, I don't like people like that.
Yeah, I would love to see that too. I would love it.
Wow.
Definitely have no patience for people like that. That's for sure.
If anybody who's watching this show right now has not seen Danny Christie and Deca fight in that gym, go on YouTube and just look it up. Just look up Danny Christie versus Deca and you'll find it. It'll be the first thing that pops up. And watch these two. Was that a straightener? Is that what you're saying? That was a straightener.
that was a straightener inside the gym. Now, if you watch that fight, Danny back then wasn't what Danny is now. Danny was off the couch having a fight.
Yeah.
Look, he's about 11 stone, no training. He lives right next to Decker and he knows all about him. So what's happened is Danny's actually called him out on YouTube saying that you're a nonce, you're a wrong, and so they've ended up going to have this fight course. Decker's a lot bigger than Danny. So Decker thinks
he's huge. Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, he thought he was going to walk the fight, and Danny split him wide open as well, I mean, it looks like he's got a vagina on his forehead,
Don't go around John Nutt. They might try to fuck him.
he definitely might.
Oh, man.
A little callback to Bare Knuckle Kingdom there.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's crazy. I knew there was that shit going on. And Danny, when you watch that fight, there is a significant size difference. And they are cracking in that fucking gym. They are cracking. You can hear them busting each other open. And then it's like at the very end of it, I think Danny still wanted to run with him. Like he was like, "Are we done? Are we done? Is it fucking done?"
Yeah.
Because he was ready to get back in the ring and keep fucking scrapping with him. It is really crazy. It's very crazy.
That guy's probably the most hated person on YouTube, and like he does lives every day and stuff, and like everyone just gets on there and griefs him, but he doesn't care because he's getting a few, like the YouTube money. I think he probably gets £20 a month, but he's in there claiming the benefits for his mental health and stuff. And like, I don't know if you've seen the stuff about him. He'll get himself full of, it's called diazepam over here. He'll just sniff loads of diazepam.
Yeah.
And then he'll start texting a woman and then just start wanking. He'll just start wanking in front of her. And like, he'll send a video. Obviously, it goes viral all over the place. And then the next day will be, it's me mental health. I've had a relapse. It's me mental health, and I'm thinking you've done it 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah,
stop.
Nah, you're just a degenerate fucking piece of shit. Is what it comes down to.
Seek help.
He needs a good time. There was a rumor around the other day that he died. He pissed off to the Philippines. He was meant to be a court. I think he was going to get sentenced over here. Oh, thumbs doing it again.
There's your thumbs up again. Yeah, you got that. You got that down.
I'll do it again, but. And anyways, he nicked off to the Philippines on the run, didn't he? He's been arrested over there for exploiting children.
Oh, my God.
So he's a proper noncy chops,
Wow, dude, he needs to go. What the fuck?
Yeah, he might have to get hit by a car soon.
A bullet, it just needs one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Love to see somebody back over him.
Well, hey, Mick, what is next for you? If you had your choice right now, do you want Lorenzo? Do you want Big Ben Rothwell, or do you want another run with Arnold Adams, or does it really matter as long as the money's right?
Well, I've been talking to my wife about this, and both Arnold will definitely want the rubber match at some point. I don't know if he wants it now. I think Dave already said in the press conference that it will be sometime in the future. But I think Lorenzo and Ben Rothwell both bring different things to the table. I think Rothwell's going to be the big money fight. He's the big name. So if you want the money, you go with Rothwell. Lorenzo's done loads for the sport. He's great for the sport. He's a good image for the sport. I keep saying he's a good-looking kid, full of muscles. He's got a killer, die or be killed sort of style. He wants to kill you or he'll get killed himself. He's that forward. So he's a great image for the company. So I think it's good for your resume to get one more with Lorenzo, but do you want the money as well with Arnold? I mean, Arnold's Ben Rothwell. He's a big lad as well. Will he make
and
the
his
weight?
name's Big Ben.
Yeah, will he make the weight? That's the problem.
Big Ben in London. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And Lorenzo's a little short though. You said that.
I mean, I keep taking the piss. He's little, And
that was a good line. I have to give you props
funny.
on that one. You say, if you're a little bit taller, I'd be able to see you over the crowd. That was good. I think he even liked it too, because I looked back and he was like, "This motherfucker got me on that one."
Well,
that's good though.
I've roasted him on Instagram because he said something. Let's do it again. He said something on Instagram that says you were nearly slipping on your own shit to shake my hand when I come out the ring. You know what I mean? But I'm not taking anything away from Lorenzo. If he hits you, he's going to hurt you,
Yeah.
I just think Lorenzo can be hurt as well. That's the problem.
Yep. He's all in though. He's He's done a lot for the sport, like you said, and it would be fantastic to see that. But I am against him giving up the fucking belts to go get that belt, because I felt like that's the whole point, right? Is like, if he goes and challenges, because before it's for with Arnold Adams, now it's you. But either way, that's like the whole point, right? To hold 3 belts. So I wouldn't want him to like get rid of the belts after like the fight if you happen to win. That's like my mindset. But yeah, I would, you know.
If he gives you that two up, though, frees up the 2 divisions, doesn't it? So it gets a lot more interesting title fights as well. So
yeah,
like I say, he's do or die, isn't he? He's all in.
He is. He's definitely somebody that in Knucklemania, we met him at Knucklemania. That's the first event we went to cover live. So February 21. And he had a few fights at that point. Same dude. Like talking to him now and talking to him
Same
then,
guy.
he is the same guy behind the scenes that he was before. But he has put so much effort into this sport, the brand, himself. Like he is all in. He shows up to every event. So, you know, love him or hate him. There's a lot of people that don't like him. You know, that's how it goes. But he's done a hell of a lot for the sport. So I would love to see you fight him or Big Ben for sure.
Look at that comment right there. It says, "I'm so confused. Are you doing the bubble thumbs?" Megan, we don't know. We don't know what that is, but it started recently when he.
It's an
Apple
Apple thing.
We don't know how. I think he's on an iPhone. It's like a new update or something. It's fucking hilarious.
We've been trying to figure this out. He was on earlier doing it. It's kept popping up. So hey, he's got it locked in. It only happens when you don't want it to happen, though. That's what we noticed. So
listen, hey, you know, you linked up with Jackson Wink MMA management. They got you this fight. They're doing a lot of things for a lot of fighters, and I would assume that they are not going to do anything that's not going to financially take care of you in the future as the heavyweight champion. So I cannot wait what the 2024 year looks like for Mick Terrill, dude. I cannot wait. We're going to be talking to Dave Feldman tomorrow night. He's gonna try. We're gonna try to pull as much information out of him as possible. You know how we are. We're gonna pick all night tomorrow and try to get as much. But we'll try to figure out what's next for you tomorrow night. What do you think about that?
I'm just like I say, I'm like you. I'm just waiting to hear what's going on, you know. But like I say, I'm easy me. I'm like Sunday morning. Just tell us what I've got to do, where I've got to be, and who it's against, and I'll be there, mate.
Beautiful.
There it is. Thank you so much for hanging in there so late. What time is it where you're at right now?
Is it 3?
What time's it over your end?
It's 10 p.m. So I'm guessing it's 3 a.m. where you are.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
No.
Okay, good. Go get some sleep. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time.
Take one of
the
these
new
buckshots.
Heavyweight champion. Drink a buckshot. Do you have anything else for anybody that is watching that you want them to hear before we let you go tonight?
No, I'm sound. Thanks, lads.
That's
a man of few words, speaks with his fists.
Listen, one of the nicest guys we've met in the sport so far, Mick Terrill. Thank you very much. Congratulations on winning the heavyweight title this year, and I cannot wait to see where you go with the BKFC next year, because the company keeps on growing every single year. It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I can't imagine what they're going to do in your neck of the woods next year.
Well, hopefully it's big. As long as it's big, I'm there.
There it is. Yeah. Mike, you got anything else for Mick?
Nah, just thanks for staying up, man. I appreciate it. When Kevin was like, hey, Mick wants to come on, I was like, Kevin, you understand that this is like a 3 a.m. for him. And I basically ignored it after that because I thought he was like, yeah, whatever. And then he comes back a couple days. He's like, well, so what's up? Are you guys going to have Mick on or not? And I was like, oh, 100% we'll have him on. I didn't think he'd want to get up at 3 a.m. So thank you for hanging in there.
I think I'm still in American time. I've been struggling getting back used to the time.
Yeah.
Shit, and you weren't even on Eastern time. You were on fucking West Coast time. Right. So your brain
nightmare, you know, the first few days, you know, trying to stay awake. So I was trying to practice doing it before I left. And then we got there on the Monday and we were just sat in the pool, you know, in the hotel. I just thought if I sit in the pool, if I fall asleep, I'll drown. So I had to stay awake. That's what we're doing. We just sat in the pool.
You were up every time I got up, whether it was 6:30 in the morning to go get breakfast. You were in the freaking lobby eating breakfast. Every time I got up, I saw you every single time.
3 in the morning, 3 in the morning over there was a nightmare for.
Yeah.
Unreal. Mick, you went out there, you beat the elements, you beat the elevation, and you beat the world champion. You're the new world champion in the BKFC, and we thank you so much for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
No problem. Thanks for having us, lads.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Yeah.
There he is, the champ, Mick Terrill.
Yeah.
That guy is one of the nicest. Like we say it a bunch of times, but
yes,
most mild-mannered. He's fucking huge too.
Yeah, he is.
For those of you that don't understand the pure mass of this guy,
yes,
he just like thickness, like big fucking dude. When you're getting an elevator with him, he takes up like a quarter of the elevator.
Yeah, you feel the elevator like sink a little bit, like an inch.
Yeah.
Like when he steps in, you're like, oh shit.
He's a huge, powerful dude
Going
that knows how to fight. And I can't wait to see what they do with him. I don't know if
I don't know what the next fight's gonna be.
Dude,
I really don't know.
It's going to be one of those three that we're talking about.
Yeah,
Big Ben.
Course, but I don't know
it's going to be big. I would probably
right.
say Big Ben and Lorenzo are front runners. A rubber match with Arnold is third. But dude, don't forget that Todd Duffy's out there.
That's right.
Big Country Roy Nelson.
That whole thing changed that night. Like the whole heavyweight spectrum, the future of that division changed.
Yeah. And the guy I just said that
because that fight didn't happen. The Duffy,
right. The Duffy and Ben didn't happen. So now Ben wants that title fight. So now Todd Duffy's out there. A Lorenzo Hunt versus Todd Duffy title eliminator would be amazing. Big Country Roy Nelson. I don't know if he's signing with the company, but he was, rubbing elbows with a lot of people that night. And he seemed pretty happy to be there. So a Big Country Roy Nelson fight could be somewhere in there. There's a lot of things that can go on. It's
real quick before we bring Hilton on, who's being extremely patient with us here because we've been going a little bit long. Just to answer this, Gavin, Campy Ben isn't Duffy and Rothwell fighting early next year. Well, that is what was said, but like we're saying, as soon as Mick Terrill won the belt, Ben Rothwell immediately was like trying to call. You could see he was like, I kind of want that belt. I kind of want to fight Mick Terrill. So sure, that's what the fight was supposed to be. The plan, it might still happen, but it seems as though these guys are now trying to go for that title. So who knows?
Can I pull this one up too? Roy Nelson's in Gamebred. Now, can I just say this to you? And I don't know what Gamebred's doing, but I do not think they're signing anybody to multi-fight contracts over there at Gamebred. They're paying a lot of money for every single event. I think every one of those events are one-fight contracts. So yes, Roy Nelson
was at
fought,
BKFC, and
Roy Nelson fought at Gamebred, and I can tell you that we saw Roy Nelson talking to a lot of the right people and being very happy to be there at the BKFC event.
Oh yeah.
And I would put donuts to fucking dollars that guy signs with the company and fights in the BKFC next year at some point. So with that said,
I think so too.
Yeah, with that said, like you and I have heard how much money Gamebred is paying, right? So those guys are probably shelling out large paychecks for one fight deals. You know what I mean? And then
I think
they see where they go from there. Roy Nelson fought Alan Belcher, lost. Now Alan Belcher moves on. Roy could be fucking free agent market. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's go ahead. Hey, let's go ahead and move on, and let's do this without the guy who kicked off the show in Salt Lake City, made history with a first round stoppage. Was it first round stoppage? We're gonna get him on here. He beat LJ Schultz with a second round stoppage.
I think so.
Either way, that motherfucker was bloody. Let's get him on here. He might have to adjust his camera because the top of his face is cut off right now. But there he is. Danny Hilton, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Yo, what is happening?
My dog thinks I'm talking to someone outside or something.
Tell that guy to calm down.
Right? Calm down.
What's up, man? Hey, you know what? Thank you for your patience. We kind of went over with Travis, and then
Travis had to show us his house. Did you see that?
Nah, Travis is the man. What's up?
I didn't get to see that. No.
No. Well, dude, hey, welcome to the show. We talked to you after your win. Like I just said, you kicked off the first event ever in the state of Utah, made a little history that night, got the finish. You're fighting out of Arizona, so the elevation was no problem for you, obviously.
No.
Talk a little bit about the experience with your first fight in the BKFC. You have 13 pro MMA fights and probably a boatload of Amis, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the whole shebang, like how the BKFC event went and the fight. Like, talk about it.
I thought it was great. Myself, I kind of fake it till I make it kind of thing. I just pretend like I was supposed to be there, and that was it. I thought the show was ran extremely well. I thought that, everything they did for us was super cool. From the hotel to the drivers to everything. I just thought it was really professional. So that was really nice. So it was just like everything you kind of complain about in the little shows, they had covered. So it was perfect.
Who was your driver, Danny? Was it Rex?
I think I had
Eddie?
Vito, and one other guy. I can't remember. They're probably gonna be mad at me.
Probably Rex.
Nah, Rex.
I think,
those guys are great, man. They it's so funny because they always text me and Mike every time our plane is just about to land, we get a text message. Let us know when you need us to get there.
Yeah.
And every single time we have a rental car. So we're like, we got a car, we're good. Oh, thank you. Like every single event now, like 20 something events.
That was another thing. So I had never flown before. That was my first time.
Oh, first flight ever?
Yeah. So I was scared.
What the fuck?
I was more scared for the flight than I was the fight.
Wait, where do you live?
Arizona.
Arizona. So you flew. Okay. And this is the first time you flew from there to Salt Lake?
Ever been on an airplane.
Wow. How old are you?
I'm old. And
you're not that old.
I'm 36, but when I was younger, like we just never went anywhere. We were kind of poor, so we just never traveled that way. And then so by the time I got older and it kind of developed into a phobia. And so I just avoided it. And so I just drove it. And then
wow.
So I was like, well, I better fucking get over it sometime. And what better time than now? And so I just did it.
Wow, man, that's fucking crazy.
What'd you think though? What'd you think about the flight when you were on?
So I built it up way worse than it, like my armpits were sweaty. I'm getting on there and I'm all freaking out. And then
did you fart on the plane?
I didn't fart, thank God. But
good. Don't do that.
I bet the lady smelt me just like from thinking, from being so nervous.
Perspiration.
Yeah. So anyway, then
I'm going to a bare knuckle fight. I'm scared of the plane though.
Exactly.
Like makes no sense to me.
No, that's what everyone told
never
me.
Getting that right.
Yeah. And so then the takeoff was kind of crazy, but I kept looking at everyone else's face, and as long as they were normal, I was like, okay. Then we get up there, it was cool. Landing was cool until right when we landed, like that was kind of scary, but I just asked the lady next to me if it was normal. I was like, is that normal? And she's like, yeah, that was actually a really easy landing. And I was like, okay, cool.
So, couple pro tips. If you have to fart, you just go in the bathroom like you got to pee and you fucking rip it hard in there.
Yeah.
You just fucking let loose.
You just fart and just pretend nothing happened.
Yeah. Make sure you got your tablet, your headphones, and your snacks in the little pocket in front of you before you fucking take off. You need to do that. And I will tell you this about flying into Salt Lake City. Like, I have been on a million planes, dude. We're in the Army. I'm almost 23 years in the Army, and Mike's like 15, 16 years. We've been on 17-hour flights, everywhere in the world. Flying into Salt Lake City, I will tell you, when you're above the clouds, it's beautiful, crystal clear. You see the mountaintops coming through the clouds.
Over the
and
clouds.
Then you start going through it is like picturesque. And then you start going down through that cloud and it gets yellower and yellower. And you're flying into
shitty.
You're flying into the smog and pollution of Salt Lake City, and I'm like, we're flying into fucking Beirut right now. What is this shit?
What is this place?
I was not impressed by the place when we first landed. After a day or two, I did like Salt Lake City. I will say this. Once the smog and the pollution like cleared off, and like the locals did tell us, we're gonna need a little rain and a little wind to get the shit out of here. But then it's beautiful, I promise. It really was afterwards, but
See, I
that
didn't
shit
get
sucked the first couple
it was
days.
all like beautiful clouds when I landed in snow, so it was cool.
Oh man, we flew in like during like a fucking smog storm or something.
Oh,
like
it was
that.
hard. It was horrible. It was just like yellow and like above the clouds. We were like, I was like, Kyle, can you get a video of the mountains above the clouds, man? It looks so pretty, you know, like a fucking dork. And then next thing I know, we're going under the clouds, and I was like, oh my God, can we turn around? I think I'm gonna die if I inhale the air here. Even the rental car lady was like, oh yeah, this is the worst I think I've seen it for a long time. It's just not all the smog. It won't leave because they hadn't had a storm for a little while. So everything gets caught in the mountains, like down inside the city. So you're just waiting for that storm to pass to like push it through so it can clear up, which did happen while we were there.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. I'm lucky.
Man.
So, hey, what part of Arizona are you from?
Prescott.
Where's that?
Oh yeah,
like
Prescott. Yeah.
So, well, I mean, so everyone says Prescott, but the locals say more Prescott. It's one of those stupid things. But it's north, so it's like an hour and a half north of Phoenix.
Okay.
Before Flagstaff, kind of like before in between Flagstaff and Phoenix.
So the only place that I think maybe even Mike, have you ever been anywhere other than Albuquerque, New Mexico?
No, we went to Rio Rancho, Albuquerque.
Right. We never been to Arizona though. Like we never been the only place in that part of the country we've ever been to was New Mexico. Is it basically the same? Is it high elevation in Arizona the way it is in New Mexico?
Well, okay, so Phoenix, everyone thinks Phoenix like desert and heat.
Yeah.
So where I am, it's probably closer to Denver because we're a mile high and we're like kind of up in the mountains, forest, stuff like that. So it's probably closer to Denver than anything. I lived in Denver,
really,
Wheat Ridge, and I think that they were pretty close.
No shit. When did you live in Denver?
In like 2013, I lived at the Grudge Fighter House with Justin Gaethje and Melvin Gillard.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That's what I was just going to ask you. I was going to ask you who did you train with out there? So
yeah, I had fought. So Gaethje's from Safford, Arizona, and so we fought on the same card at Rage in the Cage a few times. And my manager had seen Trevor Whitman and asked him if he would watch me fight. And so he did a couple times, and he's like, "Hey, bring him out there." And so they had a fighter house, and so I just saved up some money, and then Prescott Valley had like a thing, and they like donated me some money and sent me off, and then I took off and drove down to Denver, and then I lived there for about a year. And I did three camps there.
There's so many fucking badass fighters that come out of Denver. It's crazy.
Oh my God. So this was before. Okay, so now there's Elevation and Genesis and and a couple other ones. So they were all Grudge. And then later on they had split. So half the people went to Elevation, half stayed at Grudge. And then now Trevor does his own thing. And I think there's Genesis with Jake. I haven't talked to him. I saw him at the fights, Jake. But yeah, I think that's how it is now.
So we've been traveling with the BKFC for a couple of years now. And I would say that Denver may be my favorite location we've been to out of all. I mean, we've been to all of them.
Loved Greenville too. I did.
Greenville, South Carolina was great, but as far as like atmosphere and like every bar we went to, every restaurant we went to, everyone knew. Albuquerque was the same way, but
the area wasn't the nicest.
Yeah,
I think
Albuquerque wasn't Denver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when we were out in Denver, it was so cool that like we didn't even really have to try too hard to market. You know what I mean? We were going around doing the marketing thing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going." Fucking, it was awesome, and like very much like Salt Lake City, the first fight of the night, the first prelim, the house was like 3/4 packed.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there in the beginning.
Denver's like a fight city. Like they have their own award show every year. They have like the fighter awards and like nominate people and stuff. Like, I mean, it's different there. It's cool.
Yeah. Now let's bring it back to Salt Lake City. Were you coming from Arizona, coming up to Salt Lake City, Utah, like, I don't know what you thought, but like us coming from the East Coast, we're like fucking assholes out here. So we're thinking that we're going to Mormon country and it's going to be all fucking weird out there. And
yeah, well, we were on the plane with missionaries when we landed. There was like there was like hundreds of people like cheering, holding up signs, waiting for missionaries to come in. So we started throwing our hands up. People were clapping for us.
Which is funny because we were like, we call the people that watch the show the Mike and Missionaries.
Mike and Missionaries, right. So
we were like,
people are in the missionary position right now watching the show. Like when you sit down to watch the show, you're in the Mike and Missionary position, you see?
That's right.
Perfect, right?
No, so we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into going out there. Yeah. But dude, it was fucking awesome. Like the amount of people that were outside the arena an hour and a half before the event started was like mind-boggling to us. Like we went out there 1 hour before the prelim started, and they had the bucked up energy truck, and they had the MIT 45 tent set up, and there had to be fucking 1,000 people in front of the building.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck is going on here? This is crazy. And then the doors open and people start pouring in and we go inside. And when you fought LJ, that place was more than half full. It was like,
I'd say like 3/4 probably.
Right. There had to be 5,000 people already inside sitting down watching when you guys fought on the first prelim of the night. And I got to tell you, man, there's not a lot of MMA big like UFC shows. You don't see that. There's not that many people in there for a UFC show. We go to Bellator. We used to go to Bellator events all the time at Mohegan Sun, right down the street from where I live.
Like that.
And like you go in there for the first fight of the night at Mohegan Sun, and there's like 800 fucking people in the audience. And then by the time the main card starts, there might be 6,000 people. But that shit is different, man. It's crazy. People are very interested in the sport. And you got to perform in front of a lot of people that were eager to see it.
Yeah, no, I had kind of had a heads up about how cool Utah was in Salt Lake from some of my friends that own a tattoo shop out here, and they go to the convention out there, and so they tell me how cool it is. Because at first I was like, oh, is it just Mormon stuff? And they're like, no, dude, it's whatever. So and then I was expecting it to be like crickets when I fought, because I've seen some of the UFC fights, like you said, and there's no one out there. There's just a few guys like kind of like taunting the fighters, like going like woo, to the fighters. Stuff, and so this was cool, but unfortunately, like I don't really take in the crowd when I walk out or anything. Like after I fought, then I kind of took it in, or like when I'm still in the ring after the fight was over. But when I'm walking out there, it's all business, and so I just tune it out. Like that's like one of the first things I ever learned is to not even look at the crowd.
Yeah, it was awesome. Now after the fight, you got cleaned up a little bit, and we did our interview.
Oh yeah.
After you and I talked, did you go out to the crowd and did you enjoy the rest of the event? What'd you do?
Yeah, I couldn't even. It was almost like worse than when I fight here in my hometown. Like I couldn't even go 5 feet without 10 people asking me for a picture, and it just nonstop. So I think pretty much the rest of the fights, besides maybe like a couple times sitting down, I was just taking pictures with people.
That's so fucking cool. I gotta tell you, man. Maybe it's the newness of the sport. Like I don't think people know exactly. I mean, people are now. We're 5 years, and BKFC's been around for 5 years, so people are seeing it more and more. And now this year they've put on, I don't know how many fucking events, 30 events. People are seeing it more and more, but seeing it live is a rare opportunity so far because it's not legal in all these states. You know what I mean? And when it comes to a state like this, people are so fucking eager to get there and like actually see this shit live that you see this effect happening. You see large crowds in the prelims. And then the fact that the fighters like yourself and like almost every event we go to, every bare knuckle fighter that gets done fighting cleans up and goes back out and does the same thing that you did. And I think that people love that shit, man. They love the fact that you guys are willing to engage, willing to sell the fight. I mean, sell the sport a little bit, engage with, they could post some shit on their fucking Instagram saying that I met this guy. it's just it's really incredible. It's an incredible atmosphere.
No, totally. I mean, I think people at first were scared. They were like scared to come up to me, and I'm like, no, dude, it's cool, you know. And then I even like went up with a couple people and bought some fans a beer, had a beer with them, talked to them. They all followed me. I probably got like 40 different followers that just in like an hour of walking around, just because they were tagging me and saying what I'm like, follow me, dude, hit me up anytime. You know, like everyone was so nice. Especially once they realized like they didn't care, like I didn't care if they took pictures, you know. So it was great. It was a good feeling for sure. I'm not gonna lie.
That's awesome. I took that picture of you, like I think it was probably co-main. I think that's around the time that I took that picture, because I remember walking by you and you were standing on that side probably most of the night, and I just went up and I was like, oh, I don't know if you remember that, because there's probably plenty of people coming up.
Because I snuck out there and you were like, hey, I've been looking for you. You know, like, I want to do an interview. And I was like, oh, wait.
That's right. Yeah, because I was looking for you for a while, too. I was like, I cannot find him anywhere. And then, boom, there you were. And then, of course, after we found you and Kyle interviewed you, then I saw you like freaking 10 times after that. I was like, what the hell?
I didn't know the protocol. So I didn't know, like, where everyone was, because another girl was like, she wrote me on Instagram and she's like, hey, can I get an interview after? Look for me. So I didn't know that you guys were hanging out back there doing that. And so I just didn't know. And so as soon as we were done, I had a sandwich that I snuck back in there.
Yes, that's right.
I'm going to get a sandwich really quick.
Was it Susan Singari?
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's awesome. This comment here, 6,000 main event for real? No, that's not real. What we were saying is, like, when he fought prelims, there was probably 5 to 6,000.
That was a lot.
When Mike and Eddie fought, there was all of like 8,500.
I think. Yeah.
It's somewhere in the 83 to 8,500 range. It was so fucking loud and so packed.
Like that picture, I'm not exactly sure when this was taken, but it had to be closer to the main event. But like this arena was probably 70% full right in the beginning. Like people just piled in there, and I have pictures, and they're on my.
I have a video on my phone, which I haven't posted, of the front of the arena when we were out at the Bucked Up truck talking to those guys. Shout out to Bucked Up who started sponsoring the show. By the way, fucking love you guys. Bucked Up. We were out there talking to Ryan, the owner of Bucked Up and Bucked Up Energy. And we're standing there in front of the truck, and I'm just like looking, and there's like this sea of people in front of us. And I'm like, I look at my fucking watch, and I'm like, dude, it's 6 o'clock right now. The fucking fights don't even start till 7. What the fuck is going on here? This is unusual. And then, you know, I'll post a video. I got it. It's like very cool, man. And then I love that there's haters all over the fucking internet. They're like, oh, that's all fake. There was no way. There was 8,000 people there. You're all a bunch of cunts. Fuck you.
Angles and edits. Okay.
Yeah, it's all it's all angles and blue light. Bro. It's all angles and blue light. You
Danny
fucking
Hilton was
idiots.
there. He saw it.
Yeah, I'm a witness. I saw it.
So what's next for you, dude? Danny, let me ask you this. You came out there. You obviously have a lot of experience. You just talked about some of the guys that you train with out in fucking Denver. You got 13 pro MMA fights under your belt. You went out there. You looked great in your debut. You're a 155er. Is that where you're staying?
No. I'm a small 165. I'm gonna do probably 45.
45. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Yeah. So 145 is one of the hottest divisions right now.
Yeah.
You had your champion defend that night against HD Davis. What does 2024 look like for you? Are you trying to stay active with this company and try to make a run? You just mentioned that you're 36 years old. You say you're old, but that is like prime age. That's dude, come on.
No, for me, it's prime. Like, you know, you see sometimes like guys that they peak early, like 25 or 30, they're like already done. For me, I think I was kind of late. And so I think right now I'm just starting to get my man strength. I can't even grow facial hair yet. So I think I'm good. But as far as what's coming next for me, or 2024, I had a little surgery after this fight. So I'm in my elbow. Yeah.
What was it? What is that? I saw you post something today.
So, well, I had some bone spurs in there, and so I knew about them before I didn't hurt myself in the fight or anything, but I was going to take care of them after. And then when we got in there, I think I had my tricep tendon was detached, so the whole time had been messed up. So they just had to reattach it. So it's not too crazy. I think I'm looking at like 6 weeks and stuff and some rehab. But
tricep tendon okay. So that's new to me. I am a person who had a detached bicep.
Okay.
Mine ripped off from the top and rolled down.
Yep.
A lot of people's rip from the elbow and roll up. When a tricep detaches, does it roll in either direction, or is it just like hanging out in there?
Dude, I was just like, let's just put some ice on it and cup it maybe and throw some needles in there. And I didn't even know it was detached. But apparently from like the back of the elbow is where it attaches and then comes up. So it must have been rolled up, and I just didn't need. I just kept training on it. I knew it hurt like every time I miss a jab in training, so I didn't spar a lot for this. I wasn't going to pull out of the biggest, show ever. So it wasn't. It was just annoying, maybe, than anything. So. But I'm gonna hopefully in a perfect world, like February or March-ish, get back in there, and then start beating some people up and getting my name out there, and then maybe make a run for something cool.
And we say it to fighters all the time on this show. You're 1-0, and it really doesn't take more than 2 or 3 wins to get talked about in the top 5 and in the title contention. That's how young and new this sport is. Guys with 3-4 fights are being talked about. So maybe a James Brown, like I think Carmine said it, and James Brown is really interesting. Freddie Masabo looked great in his last fight. These are guys that are in the back end of the top 5. They might not fight you right away, but maybe you get another win early 2024, and you could see yourself scrapping with a James Brown or Freddie Masabo, and you beat somebody like that. You're implanted right into that top 5, and then you're a fight or 2 away from the top.
I don't know who those guys are, but dude, yeah, like
They're good.
I think I can hang with the top 5 right now. I'm not. I know, calm down. You've had one fight, but I have a lot of experience, and I think I bring something a little bit different to the table than a lot of these guys bring. And I think I'm a little bit smoother and more have more fight IQ than a lot of these dudes. So I think I could do really well in this division.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we were impressed by your debut. We can't wait to see what is next. Mike, we got to ask this guy some Christmas questions.
That's right. We gotta do it. You said you missed the Travis Thompson earlier. We got into asking him Christmas questions. Ooh. And all of a sudden we're running late because he's showing us his lights on his house, the blow ups in front of his house, and it was fantastic. And then he was showing us his freaking sweater and everything. So
dang,
it was a good time. So are you a Christmas celebrator?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
I have my trees in a box right now. I'm waiting for me and the girl that I'm dating. We're gonna put it up as soon as she has a night off.
Is it big? Is it a big one, or is it like a little Charlie Brown
like
tree?
A footer, I think.
6 footer?
Yeah, I think it's 6 foot or 5 foot.
There you go. All right. Well, hey, first question for you, Danny.
Hold on, then I got some of these bad boys.
There you go, little mixture. Oh, I like it. It's got a little indent star on those. Okay.
There you go.
Walmart special.
Fancy. Pretty fancy. You're really cutting it short, though. I don't know, Danny. You got to get that thing going.
We're 12 days away. We're 12 days from Christmas, man.
The Christmas lights really, shut the lights off. You put got the Christmas tree here. It really sets the mood,
I should have said the ambience before.
Ambiance.
What do you? Yes, I'm gonna make Mike big on the screen for a second here. What do you think about his background?
I mean, yeah, that gets me.
Shit.
Get you going, right? I mean, this really gets you chubbing up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I like it. It's you really went white.
It's white, navy blue, and silver down here, and upstairs it's everything else.
They have 2 trees in their house.
Yeah, upstairs is colored lights, a bunch of different ornaments throughout the years, and it's like red, green, and whatever the other color is for Christmas.
So then
Silver,
you already
I don't know.
got all your shopping done then? Are you like an early shopper?
I don't do a lot of stuff. My wife does it all.
Okay.
So all this is my wife. This is all decoration.
Okay.
Downstairs is gray, navy blue anyway, so she makes everything match. Upstairs is the green, blue. Green, blue. The green and red, and white, the traditional.
The McAllister colors.
Oh yeah.
That fucking
So
Home
we've
Alone
got
shit.
the whole thing going on. So I got the Hallmark background here. This is a Hallmark Christmas card, and right here we got our buddies who watch the show from Cali. Made us this little light up mirror right here that has our logo on it that lights up that I threw in the background right there. Shout out to those guys. I love them.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
Shout out. See, these guys are huge fans of Bare Knuckle. We met them down in. I thought you were about to play it, Kyle.
No, hit it, Mike. Hit it, Mike. Let's go.
All right, you ready? This is it.
Shout out, let's go, boy. Shout out, let's go, boy.
That's our shout. Let's go, boy, from our Cali boys. They're gigantic fans of the show and BKFC. They're actually at the fights.
Well, speaking of California and BKFC, there's the news. California is legalizing it, right?
Yeah, not a long drive for you.
It's done. It's legalized for BKFC, and it's gonna happen spring 2024.
Do you want to know something, Danny? About 2 months ago, somebody involved in the BKFC did a live video, and in that live video, he says, BKFC, we're coming to Los Angeles, we're going to LA, we're coming to California. This was months ago. And I said to Mike, I go, Mike, what do you hear about fucking Los Angeles? He goes, huh? What? I'm like, him, and I want to say Lorenzo Hunt was in the video too. They were talking about BKFC going to Los Angeles. Yeah. I'm like, I swear to God, I wasn't tripping, man. I saw this shit. It was real.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't see it. And like, apparently nobody fucking else did because nobody talked about it. I brought it up.
Pull that shit quick.
Yeah. They were probably like, take that shit down now. Take it down now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I bet.
So we kind of knew a couple months ago. But anyways, hey, Christmas is here. Here we go. In your household, whether it's right now or when you were growing up, what was the go-to movie in your household?
Christmas.
Oh, you already said it. Home Alone 1 and 2 were like my favorites.
Yes.
I'll Shoot Your Eye Out. Christmas Story was
Christmas Story. Yep.
Ralphie. Home Alone. And then you remember like those clay animation ones?
Like the Rudolph one.
Yeah, for those too a lot. Yeah.
I love those.
The Island of Misfit Toys.
Nightmare Before Christmas was the best too.
Yeah. Right now, I would tell you since Thanksgiving, I want to say that Home Alone 1 and 2 have been on almost every single day of my life since then. One or the other is on the TV because my 9-year-old is obsessed with Home Alone 1 and 2, and I'm okay with it.
Heck yeah, dude. Those are classics.
I have the Home Alone Lego set. I'm looking at it. It's right in front of me put together. I got the whole McAllister house built right now, right here in front of me.
And we're building it in my house.
I just saw something too. Macaulay Culkin just got his name on the Hollywood sidewalk.
The Walk of Fame.
The Walk of Fame, yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, he battled through his meth addiction and onto the fucking Walk of Fame. Yep. Attaboy.
Hell yeah.
That means there's hope for some of us.
Yeah, I love Kevin McAllister. Here we go, number 2.
All right, Christmas decorations, minimal or all out?
When I was younger, we went kind of all out. You know, we would do like the trees. This year, I feel like I'm more of a Halloween guy. Like I set up more Halloween than anything. Like obviously it's 12 days away and we haven't even got my tree up yet. So
sorry, that's the answer.
Like all out, and I do like going to the lightings and seeing the houses out and stuff like that. And I love like the atmosphere, but me myself, I'm kind of lazy with it.
There you go. Well, maybe you'll have a couple kids down the road and then you got to get into it, man.
That's what it is.
That's true.
Here we go. During the holidays, what's the drink of choice? When you get together with the family, you get together with your friends and family for Christmas and whatnot. What are you drinking?
Oh, when I was drinking, it was the spiked eggnog and stuff like that.
But no more? None of...
No, not now, not anymore. I'm not really drinking. So now it's just like hot cocoa.
Nice.
There you go. That's
Oh,
two hot
that's
cocos.
two in it. Yep, two tonight.
Yep.
Yep, that's what Travis Thompson.
We used to go to my my cousin Kaylee's house, and Jimmy used to make the eggnog, like you said, but I don't think there was any rhyme or reason to what went into there. He would just like he would pull bottles out of the liquor cabinet and just like pour them
whatever
in,
he has,
and then close them up, put them back, pour them, and then mix it up, and everyone
It's
just
like
gets
double
shit housed. And we would be like 22, 23-year-old kids, and Jimmy would be like, all right, everybody in the living room now. So we'd go in the living room and we'd all sit on the floor, and Jimmy would read the Night Before Christmas and all through the house like a fucking like it was a kindergarten class, like a 60-year-old man shithouse drunk reading the night before Christmas to all a bunch of fucking drunk idiot 20-year-olds. It was great.
Wow.
Memories, man, memories. Number 4.
In your opinion, what's the worst Christmas song and why?
Fucking Mariah Carey, probably, just because.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere, every fucking where you go, you hear that song.
You are correct. I think there was somewhere upwards of $2 million a year she makes off that song.
Dude, that's fucking
wow.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know which one?
Good for her, but Jesus, it sucks for us.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the Christmas shoes?
Yes.
Christmas shoes?
Yes, I do know that song.
I fucking hate it. I hate it more than anything.
It's the saddest song.
It is the saddest.
Sad.
Dude, why don't we all just cry listening to the fucking radio?
I know. Isn't it
Christmas?
supposed to be fun?
Right?
It's about like this poor kid that can't afford shoes, and he gets shoes at Christmas. Yep. But it's like the saddest goddamn 4-minute song. It's called Christmas Shoes. Fuck
now
song.
Everywhere.
No, you don't want to hear.
You know that song?
I haven't heard it before, but now I'm sure I'm going to be like,
yeah, listen to it. Take a listen and see. It's horrible.
I'm going to send you a picture of me crying.
It's horrible.
It's awful, dude.
Yeah,
it's
you will. You're going.
I'm like, it's the saddest God. Every time it's on the radio, I'm like, why do they even fucking play this thing? It just makes everybody sad. What the hell is going on? It's supposed to be happy.
You know what? There's a song, and I don't hate this song, but I think it's so ridiculous. It's that the Italian Christmas donkey. You know what I'm talking about?
Dominic the donkey.
Dominic the donkey. I don't understand why. But hey, whatever.
Dude, we got a guy at work. We got a guy at work. His name is Joe, and he's the man. Joe fucking hates the Paul McCartney. We'll be having a wonderful Christmas time. Every time that song comes on, I swear to God, Joe becomes enraged, like he wants to kill everybody in the fucking building when that song comes on. I don't know what it is.
I kind of like that one.
Me too. I do too. And I like the Lennon song too. You know, the War Is Over one. I love those.
Dude, it's so funny. Like Joe, every time that comes on, he's like, "This fucking song."
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Last Christmas, I love too, because it's got that 80s vibe to it, and I'm all about
it. All right, last question for you, Danny. If you could ask Santa Feldman for anything this Christmas, what would you ask him for?
Shit, I would ask him for a bonus for my fight. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really ask stuff for like that, but
all right, we'll ask him for you. You want at least 3 fights in 2024.
That's right.
Let's get that done.
No, that would be really cool. I think it's going to happen. I think as long as I'm healthy, I think 3 fights is realistic.
What's realistic about this sport, and we're going to let you go in a second, but Dr. Muzi, the ringside doctor, I'm sure you met him that night. He was the one that took a look at LJ and fucking shut it down. That's Dr. Muzi. Awesome guy. He did a extensive study on injuries, MMA versus boxing versus bare knuckle over like a 5-year span. And the majority of injuries in your sport right now is lacerations. And you and I both know, and we just saw Mick's face, 42 stitches, a week and a half ago, and he looks like he could fight in fucking 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean?
Look bad, right?
Lacerations heal, stitches come out, cuts heal. there's a extremely low number of broken bones, which is surprising to me. Broken noses, broken orbitals,
Even
it's
hands when compared
even
to
hands.
other
And
sports.
yeah, you would think there'd be a lot more broken hands. With what I'm getting to is, as long as you stay somewhat healthy in this sport and you don't break any bones, they will keep you active. They will keep you active as hell. You could fight 4 or 5, 6 times in a year, as long as you're not all fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and you and I, we talked in that first interview about how I felt about my hands and stuff like that. I think this was easier on my hands than glove boxing. Maybe besides like some of the superficial stuff, you know, like I got a cut from LJ's tooth somehow on my hand and stuff like that. But besides that, yeah, that stuff that heals quick. It's the training. The training is what's hard on you, you know?
Right.
But yeah, my hands felt good. I don't plan on getting hit a lot. I mean, I know it's going to happen. I mean, look at my nose, but I'm in there to hit people and not get hit. So hopefully I keep doing what I did to LJ to other people. And yeah, I want to be active. And I had a talk with them with BKFC, and I think that they want me to be active, and I want to be active, and I'm super happy and that I'm here with them. And I'd like to make BKFC my home and grow with them, you know.
Beautiful.
Well, you are a resident of the western side of the United States, and a lot of western states are opening up. We talked about California, Albuquerque, New Mexico is a hub of theirs. We're hearing Texas soon, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe even Vegas. Maybe
Oh man, it's
maybe
California. It's going
maybe
to happen. It will.
it's
all
going to happen. Maybe California opens up Vegas. So you know what? You could be that go-to guy in the the western half of the United States that they look for in the 145-pound division. So
totally,
we're looking.
And I was gonna say, send me everywhere. I don't care. We can go to we can go overseas. We can go wherever, just wherever. I'm down for whatever, man. So
hell yeah,
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, hey, whether it's Brian Duran or James Brown or whoever it is that they match you up with, we're excited to see you fight again. You were very impressive in your debut. Do you have anything else you want to say to anybody that's going to be watching this or listening before we let you go?
Yeah, just remember the name Danny Hilton, because it's going to be a household name soon. So
there it is.
Beautiful.
Mike, you got anything for him?
Thank you so much for coming on. I'll send you that picture I have of you over here. I don't know if I sent this to you. Did I?
Yeah, you did. Yes, send it to me.
All right, I will send it. And thank you for coming on. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I don't know. You say Happy New Year or Happy New Year's? Some people say New Year's. Some people say New Year. I don't know which one's.
Happy New Year.
But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Can't wait to see you again in the squared circle.
Heck yeah.
And until next time.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy. Later. All right, Danny Hilton. Want to know? 145-pounder. You know what? There's a lot of fucking interesting fights in 145 pounds now.
Yeah.
And I hope, and like we were talking about the fight of the year candidates, and I really do hope we see Daniel Strauss back, because if you guys
I was thinking about that earlier. Like,
if you guys all go back and watch that Dat-Win fight with him, I'm pretty sure he had
300 and something strikes thrown, or 400 something.
They never stopped. They never stopped throwing. It was a fucking entertaining as hell fight. Daniel Strauss, if he got the knockdown in round 1, would have won it in 5 rounds, but it didn't, and it went to a draw. And you know what? I would, like I said, Brian Duran, Freddie Masabo, James Brown, Howard Davis, Brandon Allen, Dat-Win.
That's
Jimmy
the top
Rivera,
of the food chain,
dude.
Though. That's
Jimmy
the top
Rivera
5 right there.
It's just like Jimmy Rivera is asking Jeremy Stevens to come back down to 145 and fight. It's just like
I see. If he's what we got, Bekzad Usmanov, Kasim Ruffin, Andrew Yates,
Trevor Loken too, right? Isn't he a 145?
Yes, yeah, Trevor Loken,
Tyler Samus.
Oh yeah, yep. So there's Seth. Well, I don't know if Seth Schaefer is still around, but yeah, there's a lot of people that are in this this division that I feel like he's probably going to run into one of those guys before he hits that top 5. You know what I mean? Derek
Right.
Gates
That's
is
what
in
I'm saying.
there. Yeah.
What about a Tyler Samus fight or a Trevor Loken fight? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with him.
Oh, a sample. Chevy Bridges.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about Chevy
So,
Bridges? That's another good one.
Rick Caruso. See? Yeah. There's a lot of fights.
How about
in there
Eric
for him.
Dotson? How about New Mexico's Eric Dotson against Arizona's fucking Danny Hilton?
There's a lot of fights in there.
Oh man, there's a lot that can happen. You know what? I wish I was a matchmaker for the BKFC. I'd have a blast doing that.
Oh yeah, maybe one day. You just never
You never know.
You just never know.
Never know.
You never know.
Oh man, hey, thank you to Travis Thompson for coming on tonight. The animal, the OG, the BKFC 1 to BKFC now. The dude has been there since day one. He's a G, and we love him. Thank you for coming on tonight. We had the heavyweight champion, Mick Terrill, staying up to the wee hours of the morning over there.
Yes,
Thank you to Mick Terrill, the new heavyweight champion. Can't wait to see where he goes next. And thank you to Danny Hilton for coming on. Shout out to our sponsors.
That's right.
The Shave Parlor, Dynamic Life, and Bucked Up Energy. You got Shave Parlor, Dynamic Life, Bucked Up. We got to get a graphic for Bucked Up. We don't have one yet right now. But
collaboration, Bucked Up Energy with BKFC. Look at that. They have 4 different fucking styles.
And before we go, we want to remind you, tomorrow night, we're going to be talking to the boss.
And also shout out to the Extreme BKFC fans page for providing us with a beautiful signed picture of Travis Thompson to give away today. And we'll see where that's going. Had to give them the shout out. Russ and Country.
Absolutely. I wonder if
our boys.
DJ's going to get DJ Tony's going to give it away.
He told us to give it away. I was like, no, you give it away.
You give it away. Hey, so tomorrow night, guys, get in the comments section. Let all your friends know. We're going to have David Feldman on tomorrow night. We're going to talk to him about everything. We're going to talk to David about everything. This. It's the end of the 2023 campaign. It's been an absolutely insane year. I cannot wait to talk to him about all the shit that they did this year. The walls they've broken down this year, unified rules, new states, new countries,
controversies, the
pay-per-views, huge fight. But we're also on the doorstep of a new year, 2024, and we can't wait to talk to him about that too. So what I want you guys to do is get into the comment section tomorrow night and fire off questions for the boss, man. Like, what do you need? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to ask David Feldman? Like, go ahead and throw him in there, and we will do our best to try to ask as many questions as we can tomorrow. Obviously, Mike and I are going to have a ton to talk about already, but
but there are things that we probably won't remember. Maybe we won't see. We don't know. There's so many things to ask him about this company. It's like endless. We could have him on for 5 hours, but we'll probably have him on for closer to like a half an hour to 45 minutes. So as much as we can get out of him, we're going to have to squeeze him like a sponge, you know? He's going to be just emptied of knowledge tomorrow night. We need to just get all that knowledge out. Get it out. Need to know everything.
Well, so with that said, Mike, do you got anything else for the peoples at home?
Hey, what I have for you guys is, you ever see one of these before? See this right here? You ever see one of these right here? They're Stanley fucking 40-ounce water things, right? If you have a wife, be careful, because there is an epidemic of fucking wives buying water bottles and shit. And that's already been known across the nation. For my wife, okay, I asked her today, I said, Steph, where did this pink one come from that she had? And I said, then we have this blue one. I said, how many of these do you have? And she said, I think I have 7 of them.
Why?
And I said, wait, what? 7? I said, how much are these friggin' things? She goes, I don't know, $50. I said, so you have 7 of these things. You put water inside, right? And you drink it out of a straw, okay? $50, Stanley, right? Super fancy, I have to admit.
Dude.
High quality. Why the hell do we have $350 plus worth of fucking water things? This is this style. These are the new ones. We used to get $10 ones, and she has like 20 of those, and I used to be like, oh, but that's only $200. We 7 for like 250.
What does she
What's going
need
on with these fucking
7
things?
for? That is blowing my
Who the
mind
fuck
right now.
knows?
Amy has a Yeti, like a big Yeti one, I think. It's like
Yeah.
that big.
I can't carry around something like that. I
But-
water bottle, whatever. I don't give a shit. Yep.
But I'm saying, like, does she not think that you can use the same water bottle multiple days? Just wash it
People
out.
gift them to her, she said. She gets them for different occasions. Who the fuck? Well, I'm sick of this blue one. Let me
She's
get the
lying
pink.
to you.
Let me get the pink one. Let me get the one that has. She's going upstairs. It's white and it's got like snowflakes on it. Oh, that's the Christmas one. That's the wintertime one.
Oh
Gonna
my
have one for
God.
every season. It's water. It's water. That's one.
That shit's crazy, Mike.
That's crazy. It's loco. So that's all I have for tonight.
All right. Hey, if you guys haven't noticed, and I'm sure you already have, get on our Instagram and our Facebook group page and check out the awards. We have the fighter of the year, male and female. We have the breakout fighter of the year and the rookie of the year posted right now. So those 4 categories are posted. We're gonna have fight of the year. We're gonna have event of the year. We're gonna have ring card girl.
Yep.
And comeback.
Yeah.
So those 4 categories are coming, but right now, and you guys are doing a great job. There is a fucking ton of votes right now, especially on Instagram. There's over 380 on the female fighter of the year right now on Instagram. There's 290 on the male. There's a lot of votes going in. So get over to our Instagram page, tell all your friends, fucking follow the page, vote for your favorite fighters, and they'll get whoever wins will get that beautiful award at the end of the year. But with that said, Mike, tomorrow night we got a big show. David Feldman will be on. I got nothing else for these people.
Can't wait. Chopping up already.
Peace.